Gosh, money's great. I'm a YouTube presenter, so obviously I'm wealthy. I am all about that paper. And you know who else likes money? Movie studios. Every big blockbuster is a big risk, and a flop could see tens of millions, even hundreds of millions, evaporate in a cloud of Taylor kitsch and CGI smoke. There are many notable money dodgers: John Carter, Mars Needs Moms, Battleship, Cutthroat Island. But then there are those that have earned a reputation as big failures, which actually drew profit. I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com, and here are 7 movies you thought were massive flops that really weren't. Number 7, AI. If anyone ever wondered what would happen if Stanley Kubrick and Steven Spielberg ever had sex, this, my friends, would be their love child. He's weird and lumpy. Spieley famously took over Kubrick's labour of love after he died, and it's a tonally odd film. Bit too sentimental for a Kubrick, too cold for a Spielberg.
This was where Stanley was going to take the movie had he lived to direct it. And this is where I was obligated to take the picture.
It's gained a reputation as being a black sheep of Spielberg's family and a sort of general ambitious failure. Well, despite the film not having the best legacy, it was actually a financial success. The Spielberg name means a lot, and the movie saw a box office of $235 million to a production budget of $100. With a hefty marketing budget on top of that, less than $300 million for a Spielberg project isn't great, but it didn't cause anyone to lose money, except the people who saw it. Number 6, The Last Action Hero. A notable failure from the early 90s now, Arnie was riding high after the major success of Terminator 2, which confirmed his invincible status as a box office juggernaut. Then came Last Action Hero, and suddenly everyone wasn't so sure. It's a film with a great premise. A kid travels into the world of action movies, meets Arnie. It's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but also with Charles Dance and his weird eye. It had promise, but then it decided to open against Jurassic Park. Oh, whoopsie daisies! The audience went with the dinosaurs, and Last Action Hero was regarded as a flop, even though it made about $50 million in profit. Number 5, Hulk. It's not easy being green, but it is boring and weird. Ang Lee's Hulk is a fairly naff film, taking a goddamn age to get to any decent smashing, and I don't count the Hulk fighting roided dogs as decent smashing. The fact that it was erased from canon 5 years later by Edward Norton's reboot confirms it as a fairly significant Marvel screw-up.
It's a little bit more complicated than that.
But as it turns out, a reasonably profitable one. It had a budget of $137 million and grossed $245. Sure, that's chicken feed compared to the money that Marvel's raking in these days, but $100 million in profit is not bad. You can get a very nice telly for that. Number 4, Batman and Robin. Speaking of superhero failures, few cinematic excretions match the runny, noxious tosh that is Batman and Robin. It's an iconically bad movie that goes through wave upon wave of fan hatred, fan forgiveness, then fan hatred again. Welcome to the Ice Age! Terrible. As a landmark cinematic piece of shit, it seems almost a given that Batman and Robin was a flop too, right?
Cool party!
Turns out no. Like Hulk before it made about $100 million in profit. Maybe people told their friends to go and see it because misery loves company. Or maybe bat nipples are great and I'm just wrong about that one. I don't want to live in a world where that's true. Number 3, After Earth. Oh, M. Night Shyamalan, what happened?
Did you cry?
You know what? I did. See, I knew what was going to happen. I knew.
The director of The Sixth Sense, it's hard to say. The director of The Sixth Sense and Unbreakable suddenly started taking bad pills around 2004, and everything that happened after that has been a steady downward trajectory.
Plan on murdering me in my sleep.
What? No!
A recent cinematic atrocity, After Earth, starring William Smith and his boring son. Maybe that's unfair, maybe Jaden Smith is nice. All I know is that After Earth is bafflingly drab. It opened low in America, debuting at number 3 on the box office charts with only 27 million in ticket sales, which for a blockbuster is shifty. The Wall Street Journal branded it a flop, which it was, I guess, domestically, but internationally, it was a different story. It did really well in South Korea. Why not? The international sales saw it reach an eventual profit of just over 100 million, low for a Big Willie film, but still not an outright flop. Number 2, Eragon. The author of the original book took the word dragon and changed the D to an E. For that alone, I hate Eragon. Also, it's
We didn't do so well.
Pretty much all the critics in the world hated the odd Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Harry Potter hybrid. Not even John Malkovich could save it, and he's John Malkovich.
Do not prolong my suffering.
But in a tale as old as time, being bad doesn't equal financial ruin at the box office. Despite being the 10th worst reviewed movie of 2006, it ended up having the 16th highest worldwide gross.
It's not terrible,
but it's alright.
It's a bit rubbish.
It made nearly 150 million. I choose to believe that people only paid that money to see John Malkovich. That is the only thing that makes sense. And number 1, Waterworld. Yep, Waterworld actually made money. The film, synonymous with the term Hollywood flop, actually managed to make its money back. The thing that Kevin Costner chose to do rather than the Shawshank Redemption. Waterworld, the thing where he had gills and spent a lot of time moping about on a crap boat, pissing into a bottle and having gills, please don't forget that. Also, Jack Black was in it. Anyway, I digress. The movie is infamous for losing money, inspiring much mockery. For example, this clip from The Simpsons.
38, 39, 40 quarters. This better be good.
Game over. Please deposit 40 quarters.
Well, shove it, you chumps, because with video and post-cinema sales, it actually managed to squeak out a profit of about $30 million. Sure, that's pretty damn slim for a supposed blockbuster, but turns out Waterworld is no John Carter. And that's our list. Did we miss any out? Tell us about it in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter here. I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com, and I'll see you soon.